Hello everybody and welcome back to No Man's Land. So today we have got the soybean field to harvest, so we're going to need to rent out a harvester for doing that. We'll do that very soon. I've also changed over a couple of the greenhouses. One of them's doing tomatoes and one of them's doing strawberries. The other two are still on the lettuce at the moment. The other fields will be ready soon, I reckon, in the next month. Uh, what else have I done so far? I did the grass field up by the cow barn, put that into the dryer, so that's drying and turning into hay. Changed that shed. I wasn't happy with having a shed this big. I might change this one out at some point as well. I did do the last cut on the field here for the grass, and I baled that up, turning that into silage, so that's that. I've also been very busy spending a lot of money, which I'll show you, which I'm hoping is going to give us a huge source of income. I've left the grass here. I'm going to keep on going with this. So what have we got here? Well, we have got one of every crop growing in the open gardens. And the reason I've done this is because when people come for their holiday, I needed them to have something else they could do. So I thought, well, they could come here at the farm. They can come and see every crop that we grow on the farm, and they can take a bit out of the pallets if they want to take away with them. But it kind of gives people the idea of what happens. What is going on here? Anyway, so it gives them an idea of what goes on the farm. They can have a tour of the farm. Not much of a farm to look at the moment, but we're getting there. We are getting there. So yeah, I spent quite a bit of money on that. The good thing is these gardens don't actually cost that much. But I got the distributor, whichever way you want to pronounce it. This will distribute everything. It will distribute water, seeds, solid fertilizer, and manure. So once I start getting the manure from the cow barn, I can actually change these into manure and water, which will give me more output. And then it's a case of finding a way to pick all these up and sell them. I was going to just put them on automatic selling, but I don't think you get as much doing it that way as you would doing it manually. So, right, we are going to go up to the shop and we are going to grab ourselves harvester. We're going to harvest this soybean crop. So how is everybody doing today? I hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope the weather's been kind to you. It's pretty chilly here. So we're getting close to purchasing this plot of land on my left to start building the town. So I'm hoping with the extra crops that are growing in the garden, the open garden, I'll be able to get more money coming in a lot faster and be able to start with the town build. So I will keep this rented at the moment because this will be very handy for getting the crops from the open garden. I'll probably wait until they're all completely full before actually picking them up and getting rid of them, but I'll probably do that off camera. Right, let's go and see the lovely lady here, and we shall just rent out a harvester. I would really, really like to get to the point where I can actually afford to buy this, because that is going to be a time saver. It certainly will be. The unrealistic 1 million capacity. I'm not going to be needing 1 million capacity, but what I'll probably sit it at, probably start it at 19,000 litres, and then see how we get on with the fields. If they start getting bigger and bigger, then we'll just go with the bigger capacities. But I want to try not to go unrealistic as such with it. Right, what are we going to rent out? Dude. I don't know. Right, renting that would be 6,000. I could also rent this little one here, and that'll cost me 1,800. And then what I'd like to do actually is get the header that will actually allow me to harvest a bit faster. What's the speed? 13 mile an hour. Right, we'll rent that out. And then we need the class C510. So we'll go to headers, and we will see if we can find that in the. I mean, I could get a bigger header. It will hold a bigger header. So I mean, that's 5.1 meters. I could potentially go slightly bigger than that. Maybe not 10.8 meters. That's a bit. It's a bit overkill. I mean, I could go for a 7.5, but since we're going to be harvesting a bit faster, we'll just stick with this one just now. Right. Perfect. So we shall get this over. We shall unfold that. Right, we shall get this down. Get this down to the farm, and we shall harvest that soybeans. Didn't actually realize how loud this harvester actually is. It's quite loud. Just trying to think. Just trying to get an idea in my head of how I want the town to look. How I'd like it to start. I've had a good idea, well, a fair few good ideas from all you guys on the way of doing the town and the production. So I was given a comment about rental properties, so I have got rental properties installed. So we could potentially, I don't want to do all the houses as rental properties. So we'll see how we get on with that. Maybe put one or two down, because just have a look. If we just, I can't remember where they actually are. The rental properties. I can't remember if they were buildings. I can't actually remember exactly where they are. Generators, there we go. Right, it's in generators. So we have got these larger homes that do give you income. These ones here give you a lot of income. I mean, there's 27,000 a month up to 48,000 a month. It's a lot to take in. So we could potentially build the town. We've got a lot of properties here that we could actually put down for rental properties. So 864 a month. Yes, just so many ways we can do it. But I don't want to put too many of the larger income houses down, because then every month I go ahead, it's going to be just insane amounts of money. I don't want to be taking in like a million a month or more. So I want to be careful of how we go about taking in extra income from that. I thought I got the tool height for header. Oh well. Never mind. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to hire a worker. Wow, that is very loud. I do apologize if that came over as very, very loud. So yeah, we've got, as I say, we've got these greenhouses going. These will give us, these will produce the tomatoes and the strawberries a bit quicker. They're selling at a good price actually as well. So what I could do is just check that the prices of the strawberries and tomatoes. So tomatoes are selling at 1400 here at the farm shop and 1398 for 1,000 liters. And strawberries 706 and 687. So we'll take this back to the farm. We'll go over and check the cows and the chickens to make sure that they're doing okay. We'll pick up we'll pick up these first here. We'll load these up and then we'll leave the, oh, oh dear, I'm pulling them away with me. Oh, under they go. So yeah, I mean, it's not looking like the best yard in the world, but it's working for me, so I'm happy at the moment with it. But I mean, there is plenty of room for expansion on it as well, so I'm not too worried. Right, I don't want to leave this in the way of the pallets coming in, so I'll just move this over here quickly. Drop that, and we'll just go and just quickly check these silage bales and see how long they've got left. They shouldn't have too long. to be honest. Nope, they're ready. And they're ready. Oh, well, we can get rid of these. Right, okay. So, silage. Where is silage selling at the best? Silage. Where are you? I think it's up. Silage is up the way. There. So it's selling at the farm shop by about $4 more than the bales sell point. So we'll probably just go to the bales sell point. So it's not too much of a difference. Right, we'll go up and see the cows. And the chickens and see how we're getting on with the eggs. And the milk from the cows. Also looking to try and get my hands on another tractor as well, so still so much. Right. So the manure's coming in no problem, so we're doing okay there. It'll take a little while, but once it gets going, we'll be... So, slurry, we've got 5,000 litres, milk 3,405. I've already topped up their hay, so they're not needing that done at the moment. The chickens, right, we're getting eggs, so that's a good start. Perfect. So we're getting there. We're getting there. The income is coming in very slowly, but we're getting there. So as I say, the rest of these fields should be done soon, probably within the next month or two. I want to do as much as I can to get the best yield out of my fields. So I would potentially like to do everything that's required to take the yield up. I mean, the yield bonus here is 81. I haven't obviously rolled this field, so, and I've obviously missed something as well on top of that to get the yield bonus right up. So, right, let's go and we'll take these strawberries up. Where did I say we were going to go with the strawberries? Strawberries. Yeah, this. We're gonna stick with the supermarket because we're gonna be supplying the supermarket, so we're sticking with that. And then we'll go and have a check and make sure everything's okay up there. Not going to be a huge amount of money at the moment, but it's something. Anything to keep us going. I mean, we are at 86,000. If I buy the field now, I'm going to be left with like $1,000, so £1,000, sorry. So, yeah, I don't want to be doing that right now. I was thinking about putting a mill, a grain mill, on the farm, which would be quite cool because people would then see how the flour is made, which would be quite interesting. As I did see, I don't even know why I never thought of this earlier. I should come back in here and cut this grass. Oh, and I could put a field in the back of that as well. Oh, I never even thought of that. The whole time I've been doing this, I never even thought of that. I could put a couple more fields up there. Yeah, so, yeah, as I was saying, I was looking at the production of the factories, and there is. Where are you? It's here somewhere. There. The windmill production. I was thinking of putting that on the farm and making flour that would generate more income. Plus, as I say, it would be a benefit for people that want to visit the farm to see how things work. At least they can see how flour's made. That would be one production on the farm. Right. Wonder if that worker has got a full grain tank. I didn't actually notice it come up on the screen. Oh, it's not. No, that's fine. Right, okay. Okay, we'll put this trailer in here just now. I did have the idea of putting the pallet storage buildings up near the garden, the open gardens there, but by the time I put them down, it's gonna look too much. So I've decided against doing that. Right, I'm going to need to grab my trailer. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this field done, and then I will cut you guys back in once it's all done and dusted, and then we'll see where we're going from there. Right, welcome back everybody. So, got the soybean field harvested and managed to get almost 24,000 litres out of it. So, yeah, pretty happy with that considering not all the work has been done to the field, rolling, lime, that kind of stuff. So, what we're going to do is we're going to take these silage bales first and we're going to go and sell these and see what we get out of that. We'll probably come back, collect the next ones, or we can actually just leave that ones. Then what we're going to do is, according to the PDA, I just need to line part of that field and roll it. So what we'll probably do is get the seeder and I'll line the field first. Field that needs. So we'll line part of the field that needs to be done, then we'll seed it, and then we'll roll it. I'm not sure if it will make much of a difference considering I don't actually have field stones on. So whether that has some sort of contribution to the yield percentage, I don't know. We're going to find out anyway. So we'll sell these bales here. And then just make sure that I'm going to get all of them into there. Will I get all of them in there? Probably not. Bump, 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 bump. Wow. Wow. Okay, 110,000. Wow, okay. Wow, I wasn't expecting that much from the bales, but wow. Okay, I'll take that any day. That's yeah. Maybe we do still need to make silage bales. All things considering. Right, what I also need to do is I will need to empty the fertilizer spreader that I've got, because it's got solid fertilizer in it, and change it for the lime. I think I've got lime still sitting at the back. It might be lime, it might not be. I did have pallets there, but I'm not sure if it's actually lime pallets or not. Don't think it would do much harm just to cultivate it, actually. If I cultivate the field. And yes, I did put the no man's land silo in as well. It only holds 200,000, but I don't think I'll get anywhere near that just now. So, would it be worth cultivating? Don't think it's going to do any harm. It's not asking me to plough it anyway. We could probably do a headland on here. See if this does anything. Right. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Well, we could do a headland on here, and then we can let the worker get on with this. I think that grass is needing to be. Normally, I would roll that grass because I rolled the last lot, but I'm not sure what to do with this area. If I want to keep it grass, I think it looks quite nice just leaving it like that. We could put some additional bits in it or something later on, you know. But I think this field and that will probably get finished off camera. We don't really have much left going on at the moment. But as I say, over the next month or so, we should, fingers crossed, have all the other fields ready. I'm thinking I was going to put another field in over by the wheat field. No, not the wheat field. Over by the barley field over there. Thinking of doing that. Plus, I also need to get that grass and that done over by the shops, over by the holiday camp area. It's starting to look a bit unsightly. And I can also put a couple of fields up there, which shouldn't be a problem. Although I could leave it open for more productions up there. So I think, yeah, I think we'll leave it with just cutting the grass and baling it. We'll leave it at that. And we'll leave it for productions and stuff like that. Give us a nice big production area to start with as well, so. We'll get this headland here done, and then I'll go round the trees, and that way the worker can get right up to them as well. But I'm really pleased with how I've gone so far. I've not gone through it too fast. I don't want to do I don't want to have the series finishing too quickly. I want it to last a good bit, a good while. So I'm just kind of taking it at a slower pace. As I say, once the money comes in a bit thicker and a bit faster, then we'll get on to building the town. I mean, I could potentially take out more of a loan. I mean, I have got a 500,000. Is it 500,000 loan? Yeah, 500,000. I thought I could take more out. You can't do it with that one. Right. Okay. Never mind. But there are ways we can get some extra money in. We could always apply to the government outside in the big city out there to see if they'll give us something to buy the land rather than spend our hard-earned cash buying the land. since we're going to be spending our hard-earned cash building the place, I think it's only fair. We could probably apply for that with them. See what they say. Shouldn't be too much of a problem if they want to expand no man's land and make it more of a habitable area. You've got to start somewhere. I can't see it being too much of a problem. I was going to return the harvester, but realized if I go through another month and the fields are ready, I'll need to re-rent at the full price again rather than the daily cost. So it should work out a bit easier that way. Keep it rented at the moment. I mean, I know I limited myself to, I think it was like 2 items for rent, leasing vehicles and stuff, but as most farmers know, most of the equipment is rented anyway rather than bought. So, right, we'll give this guy a clean because he is a bit dirty. So yeah, most of it is rented rather than bought. I think it's an easier way economically to do the jobs they need to do. Right, okay, so shut that up. Just take a quick run over here, see what the yield percentage is at the moment. So the yield percentage, what am I on about? I want to see, right, so it completely needs rolling, and then up the top part of the field there is needing lime. Right, okay, so seeding will be done after the lime has been put in. Right, we'll go and get the fertilizer spreader and we'll empty that. Actually, how much are the spreaders? Because this spreader actually doesn't use a lot of lime. I'm going to be using it a lot anyway, so what I could do is leave it that color for the lime, or even change it to white for the yeah, we could change it white for the lime. Right, we'll just buy that. We'll leave that one there because it's going to take a long time for that fertilizer and lime to be used. So I don't really want to empty all that and keep chopping and changing. So if we just have the two, it'll work out a lot easier. Now, that is lime. Yeah, that's lime. Right, okay. Was that 2,000 litres? 2, 4, 6,000 litres. Right, okay. Right. We'll go and get this and then we'll get back to it. Alright, welcome back everybody. So we're getting to liming this field now. I let the worker get a little bit further ahead, just so we have enough space between the two of us to try and get without overlapping with the line. Bleh, can't remember what I was going to say. Can't go in a straight line either, apparently. So I didn't think it would have actually taken the lime on the area that didn't require it, but it actually has. So well, I thought, right, we'll just lime the whole lot. The good thing about this tractor is it struggles to pull this, given that the worker enough time to turn the tractor around and get on with the cultivating. That was the word I was looking for earlier. So we're gonna get this lined, and I'm not sure if we'll probably call it there. This video probably be getting on a bit, so once it's all edited together, I don't want to be boring you all. It's the last thing I'd want to be doing. As I say, I try not to make my videos too long. I don't want them to be so long that when you see the time you go, oh dear God, I've got to go and watch all this. I mean, you don't have to watch it all. I'm not expecting you to watch it all, but at least, watching some of it to get a fair idea of what's going on, so you have a little idea of what could be happening in the next episode. But yeah, as you can see, this fertilizer spreader doesn't use a lot of lime. It's taking its merry time using it, which is great. Come on, turn around. I didn't think it was going to reach all that. Darn it. So, yes, while I was up at the shop, before I forget, I spoke to Susan and I put the application away for funding to get the field purchased for when we want to start building the town. So we just need to wait for the confirmation from the local government to say yes or no. Obviously, I have to put down my reason for wanting them to buy the land, so I've done that. It's been put off, so hopefully we'll hear something back soon. And yes, the money has gone up a bit because I decided, while I was waiting for the worker to get a bit further ahead, I decided to sell the remaining bales, which I got about 46,000 for. So yeah, not going to complain. 46,000, that'll do me. I'm just going to try and go in a straight line here. If I miss it, I'll just pick it up when I come back. I don't know why my lines have gone all over the place. So here's hoping that the government say yes, that they will purchase the land for me, provided that I'm using my own money to actually build the town itself, which is no big deal to me. I'm quite happy to do that. It's going to benefit me anyway, so. Right, that worker is almost finished, which is great. And what I can do is, off camera, is get it seeded and then rolled. But as I say, I hope that the yield percentage will go up, even though I've not got fieldstone on. It should still work the same way, rolling it with the seed in it. So that is the hope. And then the next month, hopefully, all the open garden area will pretty much be full of pallets, ready to get sold. There we go, he's completed his job. And then hopefully that will bring in a good amount of income as well for us. And once I get going with the cows, once they fully take off, the slurry can be sold at the slurry yard, which will be another production that will be, or sell point that will be going in, which will give us a good amount of money, especially when it's coming to putting the town in, because we're going to need money coming in like liquid, basically, like it's got to come flowing in. So here's hoping that I probably could have got the, nope, missed it. Probably put that sell point in, and hopefully that will generate a lot of income for us as well. I still have the idea in my head that I'm going to put the grain windmill in, because that way we could do flour, and as I was saying earlier, that it will mean people can actually see how the flour is made. So we could probably do that. And I'll probably do it with the oats, the oat field, which I think is that one over there beside us. Because I think that was barley I put in there, so I think that was oats. And get more flour from the oats than you would with any of the other, with wheat. And okay, right. So we're done here. We'll go and take this back. So I'm hoping to do this, if this works out, that I get a better yield with doing all this extra work, I will do it with all the other fields. I know there's a way you can actually do fast farming, which would be a benefit to just getting the fields done and out of the way. But I know it works with this weight, or it used to work with this weight. I think it still does. So hopefully we can get it to work. So yeah, so I'm going to leave it here, guys. So if you enjoyed what you've seen in the video, please do consider leaving a like, and don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed yet, and leave a comment in the comment section below. As I say all the time, constructive criticism. I enjoy reading your comments and picking up great ideas from you all, which I have been doing, been taking notes. So yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and until next time, bye for now.